So one of the biggest questions in our mind about Toa Lewa from the beginning was ultimately, how do you pronounce this guy's name? Originally, we just called him Lewa, and then after we watched all the content on the Toa's promotional CDs, that's when we settled on his name being Lewa, based on how the narrator pronounced his name.
Lewa, Toa of Air.
Not that it's a big deal, but there is some logic and reason to why we've decided to call him Lewa as opposed to Lua, Lewa, or Lewa. But right away I knew redesigning Lewa was going to be fun, because he's a fun character. He's got a lot of unbridled personality that I feel like needs to come out in his design. And although he's not my favorite, Lewa has always just been one of the most fun elements of this team. So obviously very basic start, but I actually did do one of my first animation tests with Lewa Prototype 1. And it was not bad. It was actually pretty encouraging. However, Lewa Prototype 2, I was getting much more into, alright, this guy he's in the jungle, he's got axes, he's got blades, he's got anything that needs to just cut through vines or leaves or anything. I'm trying to have his design attributes basically fit the environment that he's going to be in. Just a slight update on that design. I added a chain gun, a little baby machine gun to his shoulder, probably inspired off of Pohatu Fantoka, I'm not sure. It's a really cool looking design. I decided I needed to do a test animation with him, just to see how well he could be animated. Lewa probably has more test animations than any other Toa. Like, if I wanted to test out something, I used Lewa. And so there's a lot more animation in this mock video than most other mock videos. And although the animation test went pretty well, setting aside the pink screen, again, it did not take me long to decide that this Lewa needed an upgrade as well. And oftentimes when you upgrade one Toa, you feel this sense of obligation to upgrade the others as well. It's almost like they have to stay at the same standard. So I did a total overhaul on Lewa's body design. Again, this is when I was considering giving them certain gadgets and abilities as opposed to mask power, so I gave Lewa a jetpack, along with a big sniper rifle gun on his shoulder. To this day, I'm not sure why I chose army camouflage for this version of Lewa, but I thought I would try it out. I remember this paint job required so many different layers of paint. I remember as I'm waiting for the paint to dry, I'm just sitting here playing Halo at the same time. I guess I wanted Lewa to fit into his environment so much that I was like, hey, what if we had a camouflage? What if he is like a stealth machine? And all of a sudden, he's turned into a US military special forces soldier, and I'm like, it's really awesome. It's really cool. It may have even fit for the original direction I was going with Project Toa, which was very gritty, but again, it was a little too far away from Lewa's original toy design. And so after Prototype 6, I start phasing out the army camouflage, which it was super cool. Such a unique take on Lewa. Like, I've never seen another one like it, but it wasn't Lewa enough, I'm afraid. Prototype 8 is when I truly took him to the next level. Did some mix matching with his mask to try to make it semi-unique and yet still very much Lewa. And I went much more for just the original paint job from Lewa. He still sports his shoulder cannon at the moment and his jetpack. I end up phasing those out shortly thereafter. But Lewa Prototype 9 is like very close to the completion of Lewa. I'm talking even the final design of Lewa. It's like, it is where the design stuck. And obviously, I must have been into Assassin's Creed at the time. The hidden arm blade I implemented into Lewa, and although it's a really cool idea, I don't really want people to just be like, Assassin's Creed, as soon as they see him. It's like, no, I really don't feel like many elements of Assassin's Creed really belongs in BIONICLE, setting aside a good amount of parkour on behalf of Lewa and Gali. So Prototype 10, gee whiz, what is the difference between Prototype 9 and 10? Hold the phone. Yeah, I see it. So prototype 10 has some variations. It's mainly his legs that changed. This is again where I'm getting very satisfied with how Lewa's turning out. I wanted to make sure Lewa had lots and lots of accessories, lots of weapons. Some of these weapons, like the katanas and the throwing axes, he may have raided the Matoran armory or something like that, and may have just added to his own arsenal to become a Rahi killing machine. This is Lewa's dual crossbow. Don't know if it'll make it into the movie or not, but originally Lewa had a mini crossbow installed in his wrist. And like the Lei Matoran, I wanted to give Lewa his own personal flute. Also, for Lewa's very unique head design, I actually love how it turned out. That's great. I feel like that's a really good Toa face. Better than most. So for this prototype 11 of Lewa, I basically just removed the claws. I felt like that was almost stealing too many elements from Onua that I wanted to be unique to him. So when I filmed Lewa vs. Nui Jaga, which is an official scene in Bionicle, it's just a very incomplete scene.
I also added some wind flaps on Lewa, on his arms and on his legs, on his back. It's going to be really fun when it comes to animation.
That is basically what Lewa is going to look like in the end. Though I'm not going to lie, I had to update him once more. I had to clean him up a bit. This is a messier version of Lewa, and so you will get to see that finalized version of Lewa as the Bionicle series progresses. And of course, I also designed, just for kicks, Lewa stars, along with the rest of the Toa. I obviously felt like Bionicle stars needed all the original cast and characters. So that is about the 15-year progression of Toa Lewa. I feel like his design covered a lot of ground, brought in some neat ideas, discarded some of those exact same ideas, just because it was not Lewa enough. As you can see, I try to make them bigger, better, but also take them a little step closer to what the original Toa looked like as I go. Because, well, I love the original, so I would like this to just be a fairly faithful recreation of that in my own style, in our own way. And I'm really going to give God all the credit for how the design of these Toa has just gotten so much better, and just putting that little tug in my heart just over and over to just go, it could be better. And I'm like, okay, I want to keep going. Because it's like, for some reason, they just weren't worthy yet. But if you want to get a sneak peek preview look at the finalized design of Toa Lewa, he actually makes an appearance in this iBionicle short film that we made.
I am not gonna lie, that was the funniest show I have ever seen. Don't get me wrong, I was gonna intervene, save the day, show off some stunts.
Stay tuned for more Toa mock videos coming soon. Some of these Toa range from having 8 different prototypes to 16 different prototypes. So thank you for sticking around and watching this video. I'll see you in the next one, hopefully pretty soon. Bye.